Good afternoon, everybody. Today I would like to talk about the 8 different nations that we have in Dominations, which ones are the better ones, and which ones are sort of the worst ones to choose from. But before I do that, I want you all to know that these are just my personal opinions. If you disagree, that's completely fine. Feel free to do that. But let's begin. So first off, let's talk about the Germans. It's the nation that I play with. So their unique troop is the Vandal. Deals 20% more damage than other infantry units. Really nice at cleaning the buildings in the corners, for example in wars. They're really good at that. Also, if you want to use them to raid some loot, that's also alright. You can deal damage to those buildings outside, storages, farms, oil wells, and if someone is foolish enough to put the oil refinery outside, but that's rare. So they are good at that. Also, the nation perks are really nice. The duration of rallies doubled and reduced 5 seconds of the rally cooldown. That is a really nice one too. And also the other perk is the Teutonic Fury, bonus troop damage after a multiplayer victory, plus 15%, really nice. Germans, a really good nation to choose from if you are an offensive player. Next up, let's talk about the Chinese, because it's another very good nation. Their unique troop is the Chukonu. It's a ranged infantry unit that fires twice as fast as other ranged infantry, so it basically does double the damage that other ranged infantry does. A really nice unique troop or nation troop. Then we got the nation perks, additional citizen and mercenary camp capacity +1, so you can have more citizens than other nations. And you also have more mercenaries, so you can maybe perhaps have more tank destroyers or some other mercenary troops in your camp, so that's really nice. Also, you get a +1 defender at your town center on every single age, so that's alright. Nothing really that spectacular, but it's alright. Chinese, good nation to choose. Then let's talk about the let's talk about the French, because this is another really good nation. They got unique troop Chevalier. It's a cavalry unit. They got 20% more health and 15% more damage. Really nice tank units. But yeah, the nation perks are reduces the time it takes to train an army by 20%. I don't exactly remember, does it do the thing in the airstrip or the war academy, but it does on the barracks and the factory troops, so that's really nice. Also, if you combine that with the training blessing, that's really awesome. They train insanely fast. Then we got the other perk, increases maximum allied army size by 3, so you can have more capacity in your alliance gate. So that can be really helpful in the wars. And when you reach the gunpowder age, you get an extra 3 capacity in your alliance gate. French, another very good nation to choose from. And then we get the Koreans, their unique troop. I don't know how to say that one, but they're the ranged infantry again. They get 40% more damage than other ranged infantry units, so that's really nice. They deal high damage to enemy troops and buildings. Maybe in the earlier ages, before the gunpowder age or enlightenment age, you can use them in, let's say, you have 95 capacity in your barracks. You can use all 95 of these ranged infantries and attack somebody. They deal high damage to buildings with that 40% more damage. But what you need to be careful of is the enemy catapults and readouts, because they make short work of these ranged infantries or infantries overall. So you're gonna use sabotages to disable those defenses while your troops can destroy them. Which brings into the nation perks increased capacity of war tactics +1, so you can maybe have that one extra sabotage or some other tactic. And also you get a looter resource refund after attack +10%, so that's really cool. Then we move on to the which one should I talk about next? The British. I've played with British before, just as the French and the Chinese. British is another really nice nation. They get also ranged infantries as their unique nation troop. It's the longbowmen. They have +1 range and 15% more damage. So they are really strong infantry, ranged infantry units. They can possibly outrange some defensive buildings like the ballista tower, redoubt, towers, or also the castle. They can outrange some of those. Maybe even the parliament defenses. I don't know, man. I haven't used the British for a while. But their nation perk is the 15% more loot in every attack. That's really nice. If you pair that with the museum bonuses that you might have in the jewelry or maybe even the legendary items. So that's nice. You get more loot and you have really nice ranged infantry units as the British. It's another good nation to choose from. But the other ones mentioned before, Chinese, Germans, Koreans, or the French, they're in a way a little bit better than the British, but it's still a good nation these days. Now we get on to those ones that I think are a little bit bad these days in Dominations. Let's start with the Romans. Now, this is actually not that bad, but it's not really that great either. The unique troop of the Romans is the Legion. They're just the regular heavy infantry. They have 25% more health than other troops, so that maybe you can use them in larger groups. But in the campaign age, when the players do unlock those readouts and the catapults, they already have those. They just rip through these infantry units. So if you use them in large numbers, make sure to bring some maybe ranged infantry and maybe some artillery with them. So that would make your life maybe a bit easier. But the only nation perk that the Romans have is increased maximum army size of 10%. That's sort of okay, but you can increase your army size through the library researches or even the university. So it's not that great, but it's definitely it's very nice nation perk. But that's the only thing I'm going for on the Romans. So not really that great of a nation in my opinion. Now then we go over to the Greeks. They got a unique troop of companion. This is another cavalry tank unit. They got 10% more health, 25% more damage than other cavalry units. They're alright, but I think the French cavalry units are a little bit better because they have more hit points. Also, they have also better nation powers than the Greeks. The Greeks got refunds part of upgrade costs of 5%. So let's say you have a building upgrade that takes 1 million gold, and I'm not sure how this system works. Is it before when you start the upgrade, or is it when you finish the upgrade? But if it is when you finish the upgrade costs 1 million gold, and then you get that 5% back from it. So it's 50,000 gold that you get back from the upgrade. So nothing really that great. In the later ages, that can be something alright when the building upgrades start costing a lot more of resources, but it's not that great. And the other perk is the instantly finish upgrades and general recovery under 15 minutes for free, and you get a plus 5 minutes per age when you upgrade your town center. But in the beginning, yes, when the building upgrades don't take that long, it's good. But once you start reaching the gunpowder age, things start to take days to upgrade. Also in the industrial age, things, building upgrades, troop upgrades, they start to take weeks, so it's no longer really effective at all. So creeks, I wouldn't recommend it to choose. But next up, this what I think is possibly the worst nation in this entire game. It's the Japanese. The unique troop is the heavy infantry Bushi. They got 20% more damage, actually the same as the Germans have. But the nation perks are terrible. The town center shoots at invaders. In the beginning of the game, that is quite a good power to have. But in the later game, it's possibly quite useless. And the increased length of peace treaties by 25%. Nobody really cares about the peace treaties anyway, so that's not really that good at all. So Japanese, I think, is the worst nation in the game. But yeah, the Greeks is also a very terrible nation. Some of the better ones that I would recommend is the Koreans, Germans, French, and the Chinese. British is also another good nation to choose from, but Koreans, Germans, French, and the Chinese, they're just overall better nations. But I think that's all for this video. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it also, and I'll see you all next time.